Right, so I've just created this small video to show in Circuit Wizard how you can get a push to make switch to also be a push to break switch. For those of you who are still playing around with your Circuit Wizard and only want one switch visible on your project, um, as you can see, if I press play here and let the circuit load, when I push it, the circuit comes on. If I go up to it again, push it, the circuit comes off. Now most people in this case would have a second one of these switches. You push one and it goes on, and you push the other, it comes off. Now I have one of them made as well, just to show you what I mean. Here's my circuit as well with two switches. If I press play and it loads, I can press this and it operates, and I can press this one to turn it off. Show you again, this one turns it on and this one turns it off. Just for those of you who don't want two switches, it's not that hard to do it in one. So I'm just going to show you this here again. If you hit the first switch, or the single switch, it turns the whole system on, and if you hit it again, it turns it off. Now I'm going to show you how to set this up using the flowchart. Okay? Now I didn't really understand this either until it was explained in clear English to me the other day. I had to set up something similar to what you see, but I just couldn't really get the finishing touches on it. So what you have here is your start point. Okay? And this is the switch as it stands with the circuit turned off. If you press it once, the current flows in the direction of the green Y. Okay? So you've turned it on to flow in this direction. And it then flows into this part here, which we have everything switched on. It's all our LEDs, all our motors, anything else that you have plugged into it will come on at this point. Okay? It then flows back to where the switch is. And at this point, the switch hasn't been pressed again. So which means it will follow the no direction because it hasn't been reopened. And it'll stay following this path on a continuous loop, which has everything switched on. But this will stay following this direction until you actually press the switch again. In which case you've turned on the switch again, which allows the current to flow out this direction, the direction of your Y, because you've opened the switch again. And when it does, we have everything on this direction turned off. So when you press the switch the second time, everything goes off. This then follows this current path, and it comes up here back into where your switch is again. You haven't pressed the switch, so it stays following the no direction, and it'll stay following this loop, which means everything is turned off because it can't get back to this area. It stays following this until you press the switch again. When you press the switch again, it opens the current to follow it in the Y direction. Comes down here, back to where we have everything turned on. If you leave it at that, it stays following the no direction because you haven't pressed the switch to open the opposite the direction again. So it'll stay going until you press it again. When you turn it on, it's then allowed to go this way, which is everything turned off. So this is how we get one push to make switch to do the same job as a push to make switch and a push to break switch. Just a little thing to tidy up your words.